look a little bit different than last time? If you didn't watch my last episode explaining that this is not a guitar store, but in fact, the recording studio I built in my house, follow me today for an episode I call, Oh My God, What Happened? If you haven't watched my episode from last week, go catch up. Okay, good, you're there? This room was filled with over 150 guitars just in here. My realtor told me that if I wanted to sell my house, you gotta make an environment where people can see themselves living there. Now, I understand, especially you guys watching right now going, I could see myself living in that place. The guitars and the artwork doesn't come with it. So I had to create a better environment to sell this place. And fortunately, it's under agreement. I'm gonna keep making videos for you guys until my editing computer is in a box, and it will only stop me for the time it takes me to get to the new house, set up a closet with a few guitars so that I can shoot for you guys. Is that all right? And the crazy thing was that the open house for this place was one day before my wife and I were gonna go to Mexico for our honeymoon. So it's been crazy. And of course, because of my lack of guitar situation, I reached out to my friend Ben Ash at Sam Ash. I said, Ben, can you send me some guitars? I need your help. But heads up, I'm out of the country right now. No problem, Ben. One of the things with Sam Ash, when they say they're gonna send a guitar, it's there like that. Tells me it's gonna come on Monday when I'm home from Mexico. I'm at the pool with my wife, enjoying a casual phone party. My phone rings and it's the Ring camera on my door, and it's the FedEx guy with a Gibson box. A box I recognize, a box I covet, a box I love. But it scares me because I'm not home.
Hi there, it's FedEx.
Can you hold that package until Monday for me? I'm going to be out of the country.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Monday, you got it. Let me just write that down.
And then, of course, my awesome neighbor, Carol, who, may I add, she and I hated each other for at least 12, 13 years. She hated me. But when she met my wife and my dog, all of a sudden she realized, oh, he's not a scumbag, he's just neurotic, and maybe he's a nice guy. And I walk her dog, she checks on my cat while I'm gone. She's awesome. So awesome that she went and interrupted the FedEx guy I'm talking to through my Ring camera live.
I was just talking to him on the Ring camera.
Oh, he's probably gonna call me.
Yeah, he said he's not in the country.
No, he's not.
Back Monday.
Yeah.
But,
so I'm gonna put it in.
oh, you don't mind? Oh.
No, I saw you.
Yeah, cool. All right. Would you mind signing for it?
I'm
then?
getting a dinner out of this.
Yeah, there we go. All right.
Carol, thank you so much.
I get a big dinner out of this.
So as soon as I got home, thanks to Carol, got another guitar for you guys. I just wanted to address a few comments that you guys wrote from the last video. Man, don't take a hiatus. Document the entire move and remodeling of the new studio as it happens in this channel. That would make awesome content. I plan on shooting as many videos as I can, getting all of your guys' opinions, and I'm gonna be sharing with my buddies at Sam Ash all the things that I need for my new studio, so you guys don't worry. Part of me is a bit sad to see everything gone, but I'm still looking forward to seeing what comes next. Me too, man. Crazy you give it all up for a female. Love it. Not me. Your dream becomes your nightmare. Bummer. So, because my wife wants to move to a nicer house, and because she wants space for her stuff, because she makes a lot of money being a nurse, working 60 hours a week, helping crazy people like you, like me, live. She just wants to be able to, have her space to sand things and put her books somewhere, because she reads lots of books because she's smart. But all my books are like signed rock and roll autobiography first editions I don't read. Meanwhile, she's got thousands of books that she has in boxes because of me. It's not a bummer. It's called I'm thankful that there is a beautiful, intelligent woman out there that wants to take care of me, that's willing to put up with my shit. You dum-dum. What are you, single? You must be single. That's fine, I'm not judging you. It just means you don't know what's up. While I don't have the collection that you do, yet I am currently in the same spot looking for a house in Georgia, half my stuff in this tiny room in a rental house while the rest is in storage waiting patiently. We looked at the house last weekend and my lovely wife said, we can take the room across the hall and you can have the master bedroom for your guitars. That dude knows what's up! He found a woman that loves him for who he is and is cool. But he also appreciates her because at the end of the day, it's her decision. I'm sad and I'm happy for you, man. I feel comfort when I'm scrolling and I see your studio come into view. Look forward to the new setup. Rock on. Well, that's why we're gonna have to create a new setup in the meantime because this doesn't even feel like home to me. Can you hear the reverb coming through my microphone? So I thought today, after 16 years of being here, that it would be a good time to go through the studio. What I like about this place, what I wanna do different, get your guys' opinion, and in the meantime, recreate a new Neurotic Guitarist room until I have to leave. I got a bunch of keyboards up in my attic now. They were all over here before, but when I was showing my house, I wanted to at least open up this space a little bit. I want the idea of all these keyboards not only being plugged in, but you can play them and turn them on and jam on them at any point. And I have this thing down here, which supposedly I can plug in 8 keyboards and get it all in and out. And right now I'm using like this Mark of the Unicorn thing. Like, guys, having a studio, it's all about like piecing it together. Out there, through that window, that's where I sit as a producer. And then over here, you know, is wherever the singer is. And we can kind of have that separation and see each other through this window. Except if you look through this window, guys, that's all my screens. If you look at this room, all the walls are non-parallel. So this room was a box before. You know, behind the drums, it's kind of a V. I have all the sound treatment over there. And that's because you have something called standing waves. Like, let's say you have a 10-foot by 15-foot room. 15-foot parallel walls will give you standing waves at 150 hertz. Meaning that when you're playing bass, guys, at around 150 hertz, which is where bass lives, you're gonna start getting noise. You're gonna start getting actual reverberation from the room. That's called the resonant frequency. So any recording nerds out there will tell you, recording drums properly, especially not in a good live room, which this isn't. It's good because I actually made it more dead, because we have treatments over here. But the idea of being able to come down here and then have my drummer, Paul, just come sit behind the drum kit, and it's perfect. It sounds great. It's already EQ'd, all the microphones are in place, everything sounds awesome. Then all we need to do is just sit down and just, if he plays good, it'll sound perfect. So when I originally built this, I thought I'd be fly by putting this patch bay in the wall, when honestly I could have just cut a hole and put a snake right through that. These are steel core doors, and the idea is you could spend $10,000 for a soundproof door. Or you could get 2 steel core doors and it's about 85–90%, and well, that's good enough for my budget. Look at how many heads I have. I have even more heads than I have cabs here. Are you guys interested in hearing some of these heads? What type of videos do you guys want to see? And of course, this room's completely crammed, right? I got all these guitars here. I don't see why I couldn't take all of these guitars and put them out here.
Well, I feel a whole lot better. Do you? Take a look at all these cases I have hidden away. And this is only some of them, by the way.
So I thought, you know what, instead of clustering my other room, why don't I take a few of the amps that aren't plugged in, that are piled too high, and get reacquainted with them over the next month or so before I have to leave. My new friends, take a look at this Splon quick rod in the back. To be honest with you, I haven't plugged it in for months. Let's do 2 heads on either side. I could do it either a full stack, one or the other. I got my new Neurotic set up here until I leave this place. Do you guys like this background? Give me your thoughts. I would like to make this channel better for you and to continue to grow the freaking madness, this army, so that we can all go down the rabbit hole together, one by one, to figure out why we all have this craziness, this passion inside us, this neurosis to do things like this. I had this spider in my backyard and my wife is terrified of spiders, and it built this humongous, absolutely impressive web
every single night. And every time I broke down the web, one day later, it'd be another crazy web, and my wife would be like, why didn't you kill the spider? I was sort of impressed to see how this thing just kept building. Another web after web after web. That's kind of like me. I'm like the spider in the backyard. And if you keep leaving me alive long enough, I'm gonna keep setting up my amps just like this with all my guitars. And I'm just gonna keep making new designs every single day until I find out why I love tone so much. So thank you guys for sticking around. I really appreciate you. And stay tuned for next week in my new layer. I have a brand new 2024 PRS guitar. We're gonna get into that next week, so stick around until I gotta move out of here, and then stick around. Why don't you smash that subscribe button already?